Hi, my name is Kimber Smith, and I am bringing you What's Wonderful Wednesday this week. So this week, since it is our final goodbye for What's Wonderful Wednesday, we thought our team could tell you a little bit about what's wonderful in their week. As we have brought in other people, as we have gotten to know our community a little bit more, we thought that the community could get to know us. So, Kyle, our technical director, what is going on in your week that's wonderful?
Well, my friend John and his dad's birthday is coming up this weekend, and his dad wants to get a nice speaker set up and stuff, and my friend John was like, hey, why don't you allow me to come over to TC Stereo and see what you guys have and stuff. And I was wanting to show John what Rich has and stuff and see if we can get him a nice speaker set up for a pretty good deal and get his dad something that he'll actually really enjoy and like for a while. And that's the wonderful thing that's happening in my week.
That's really nice. I'm glad that you're making those connections with your friends and making other people's weeks wonderful. That is awesome. What about you, Sammy, our director? What is going on in your week?
Well, it was my grandma's birthday this weekend, so I got to go and visit her and my uncle and the rest of my family and have dinner with them and spend a little time with them, which I think is important, especially, as people get older.
I agree. I'm glad that, just like Kyle, you're making those connections and you're spending time with the people that you love. What about you, Callie, our other team member working on most of the other stuff? What is going on in your week?
Honestly, I've just been really grateful how the weather's been treating us. A few weekends ago, the sun was shining. Me and my friends got out on the lake, got a little tan, and, yesterday it was raining. That was a nice refreshment, and now summer's coming.
I agree. The weather has been really nice lately. That makes a wonderful week, huh? So now we bring over some of our other classmates. Simon, can you tell me a little bit about what is wonderful in your week?
I've been working on my capstone project as I'm supposed to graduate soon. So it's just pretty much a big article about the MBA, and I'm about 3,300 words into it, so it's going pretty nicely.
That's awesome. I'm also in a capstone class, and it's been super exciting. What about you, Raul? What's exciting in your week?
So I just bought a bunch of land in Mexico, so in about 5 years I can go down there, sign the papers, and maybe think about making some Airbnbs or a house for me to retire with my family once I'm like 60 or 70 years old, somewhere down the line.
That's super awesome. I'm glad you're making those important life decisions and getting to do those really awesome and life-changing things. What about you, Colton?
I'm close to graduation, but I got behind in one of my classes, but I'm working with a professor to work that through, so shout out Ms. Bogan.
That's super exciting. We're so close to graduation, so finalizing things is super important. And I'll tell you my What's Wonderful in just a minute. My What's Wonderful is that I was up in Moscow, where U of I is located. And I am planning on transferring after this semester, which is my final semester here at CWI. And I got to see how CWI has truly impacted my career, my life, my future. And it was super exciting, and I'm so glad that I got to experience being at CWI. As our final week of What's Wonderful Wednesday, we are going to be saying goodbye. And I hope that you tune in to our current What's Wonderful Wednesdays, as well as our future What's Wonderful Wednesdays, to see what our team does and what our future teams do in the future. Thank you and goodbye.